Wrecking Ball Talk with Dirty D.
All right, Wrecking Ball Talk. We are back, bitches.
Finally.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since we've done.
Take our time, you know. It's casual.
So Lou,
Yes.
there's Lou Morris, our wonderful Lou Morris. He's been out and about actually doing some stuff while I have not done anything.
That's right. I am actively
Yay.
participating.
That's not true. You moved.
I'm Dirty D. And remember Jesse Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Hey, Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse,
My man.
good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see that weight loss regimen's really working for him, too.
Oh,
so,
Jesse.
yeah.
Oh, I missed you.
Didn't have the energy to talk as much as he used to, though.
Can't believe you went skinhead.
Yeah.
And down to my right is we're going to call you the resident redneck. Daryl.
Works for me.
Daryl. Do you want to say your whole name?
That would be Daryl Lee McLean, and I am a well-cultured redneck.
What's your sign?
Aries.
What's your social?
991.
Old phone address.
Today's guest is Jerry Warden. So, a lot of people know who Jerry Warden is, and if you don't, we're going to get to know him today. Say hi, Jerry.
Hi, Diana. Hi, Lou.
Hello.
Hi, Daryl. Daryl.
You're not going to say hi to...
I said hi, Diana. Oh,
Jesse.
oh,
Jesse.
Jess.
Don't leave him out.
Jesse, sorry about that, buddy, man. It is always good to see you, man. Looking good, looking good. Looking metal. Metal.
That's right.
So, for those of you who don't know Jerry Warden seems to be a metal staple in the city of Arlington, Texas. And you will find lots of articles, correct? You just recently had an article come out that featured you on it. What was it called?
Well, it's Texas Monthly Magazine, which is quite honorable.
Nice.
I've been in a bunch of rock mags, man, metal mags and stuff like that, you know, of course.
Yeah.
But Texas Monthly, man, was really nice.
Well,
really
what was
nice.
what was it about? Just you in general, or just like
No, it's their annual music edition. They just do one a year, only one, and they had an article that was entitled 30 Things You Need to Know About Texas Music 2017.
Cool.
And they put us in there, put me in number 17.
So number 17 is what you need to know is you.
It says,
Yeah, it was like Metal is Alive in Arlington. and
says
this is-
metal is not dead. In fact, it's alive in Arlington, Texas.
Slightly undead, depending if Jesse's playing or not.
We like it dead, undead, half dead. Some freaking dead.
So why are you so popular, Jerry?
'Cause you like me, D. I could be nothing without you, baby.
Thank you.
So hot.
Okay, so you were in a band.
Yeah.
Oh,
Be great if he said, no, not really.
what band were you in?
Is this a sing-along portion?
Yes, go.
Yeah, hum some of the tunes. We'll see if we can recognize them.
I had this band, you know, like a million years ago called Warlock. And, of course, I was a young punk as compared to the old punk that I am now. And, you know, I didn't take care of my business right, the trademark thing. And these good folks in Germany, they did. So they got the trademark over there, you know. And so now I have to call the thing Warlock, Texas. So
Oh, okay. The band Warlock.
That stinks.
officially, we are Warlock, Texas. You know, I've grown to it. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some people haven't, but I'm cool with it. You know, now, you know, from Texas, man. You know, and I didn't choose the name like that. They just kept calling us that all the time out
really?
there in the different press. You know, Warlock, and they have Texas in parentheses, you know, or something. So I said, you know,
Yeah, just go with it.
that's who we are, man. Yeah, Warlock, Texas, and we formed the band in 1981. A long time ago. We once upon a time started the thing with Casey Orr and Hardin Harrison, who went on to be Rigor Mortis. My little brother played guitar, and we were Warlock, and been crushing and causing problems ever since, man. You know,
Nice.
and about to release the old Warlock stuff on a label too called Underground Power Records.
I like the
from
name.
Germany. Yeah, I do too, man. Yeah, it means a lot too. I mean, it's like having Harvard.
And it's not like Daisy Rock Records or something like that.
a strong name.
Yeah, you know what to
power.
expect with that label.
Absolutely, and Germany metal, man, is metal crazy.
Oh, they love it over there.
I mean, it's just got to be something.
Yeah, Europe in general is much more hardcore about metal than we are here now.
Yeah,
sadly.
How long did you have your band?
Well,
how long did the band have you?
To me, Warlock is always alive as long as I'm alive. And we recently did a reunion show in 2014, if you want to call that recent. I think it's 2017 now. We did do that, the reunion show, and there will be more Warlock. There will definitely be more Warlock.
Cool.
Yeah,
right.
there's no doubt about it. I'm going to reform Warlock, and it's just always something fun to do. You
You were the singer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess.
Yep. I had some other cats jam with me along the line. Some of them I like, some of them I don't, and so, yeah. But the name, it's crazy. I mean, I don't understand why people still dig the thing, I mean, they asked us to play on Rocklahoma, a couple years ago.
Good music, though. I mean, it's just like, people pick up Hendrix these days, and it's just as good for them as it was back in the 60s. So, if you write good, solid stuff, it's timeless.
Yeah, never goes out of style.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
You played at Rocklahoma? Mm-hmm. Nice.
2015.
Awesome.
We were right there on the. We headlined the. Sammy's gonna hate me. Sammy Stage, man. It's called something. Yeah, we were there and played after Aska. Was really cool. Aska, then us, and we played right after Slayer, man, on the main stage.
Oh, kick
Slayer
ass.
finished, and so really cool. And of course, we're very dysfunctional, though, bro. I mean, very dysfunctional band and. Too many chiefs, everybody's a boss.
I know that feeling.
So I'm just not good at having a boss. I've never really had a boss. So
yeah.
So tell us about the museum.
Diana, D. Dirty D.
Yes.
What we gotta do is
This is a sexy voice.
open up a heavy metal Hall of Fame in the great metal city of Arlington, Texas. Yes. Now I do have the trademark for the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame.
Thinking ahead this time.
I want to point that out because I did learn my lesson back in the 80s from the Warlock thing, and I own the trademark for Heavy Metal Hall of Fame in the United States of America.
Kick ass.
Nice.
So they're going to have a hard time creating one somewhere else, fighting off me and my legal team, but we expect to do so. The first of this next year absolutely is time,
Cool.
Sweet.
I currently book at this club in Arlington, Texas called Diamond Gems.
Diamond Gems. We
Diamond
all know and
Gems.
love Diamond Gems.
Saloon.
Yep. And it looks like a saloon, too. It ain't just in the name.
Tis a saloon. Tis a saloon.
Everybody loves Diamond Gems.
But there will be a time when I leave, of course, all things must pass, and we expect to do that sometime in the first of the year, probably March or April. We're going to open a club in downtown Arlington, Texas, and have the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame attached to it.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice.
So,
How long have you been signing up bands to go play up at Diamond Gems?
now full time, I've been there just a little over a year. That's full. Say about that. FOOL. Full time. Yes. That's a full time over there. So, and I'd been booking there since 2014 when we did the reunion show there. They felt it necessary to fire me. I think it was about December of 14.
Is that a boss issue thing again?
It's usually a metal issue. Usually a metal issue because if I'm there, there's going to be some metal.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Were they not digging the metal or something?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Go through different phases. But yeah. So I went over to Rail. I worked at the Rail Club. Booked the Rail Club. Booked. I think 2015. And they had some renovations over there at the end of 15. You remember that when they did that in November and December of 15? And I called Diamond Jim's up and said, hey, man, I got this show, man. Mine Scar from Florida, my buddies. And you guys want to host it? And they're like, yeah, man. Yeah, come on back. And
So you really bring a lot of national acts through, don't you?
absolutely. It's always meant something to me, you know. People have always asked me, well, man, why do you bring those small bands through, you know? Those bands nobody's ever heard of, you know, and these types of things. I tell them, man, you know, Metallica was in one of those bands one time.
Well,
man.
that's the problem. They're never heard of. They need to be heard. That's the whole thing.
I love it, man. I still love it.
Yeah.
If I walk out of there and I make $25-$30, you know, I don't care, man.
Yeah.
We just hosted Dead by Wednesday, you know, so I mean, and got to meet Opus and all those guys, and you know, it's just, and they go around and they tell people around the world too, you know, about you.
So that was, what band was that Dead by Wednesday played with? It was
Raven.
Raven. Okay. Now, I did not know who Raven was, and we showed up, and I thought, well, we saw Dead by Wednesday. Hello, got their shirt.
Sporting,
Dead by Wednesday.
supporting.
And because they really kicked ass, but then staying for Raven was fun.
Did you dig it?
That shit was fun.
Well, that's great, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. They're new wave of British heavy metal stalwarts. Are you
Love
familiar with the
it.
new
Yeah,
wave?
yeah.
Are you familiar with the new wave of British heavy metal?
No.
Okay, dear. You said this is going to be a history lesson.
Please enlighten us.
Well, the new wave of British heavy metal
Hey, Jerry,
was.
what is the new wave of British heavy metal?
Well, just let me tell you, Lou. Thanks for asking, and we'll get right to that, baby. Right on. You know, it was the very first metal movement. Through the 70s, you know, we had a hodgepodge of hard rock bands, you know, Black Sabbath, the Core, Blue Oyster Cult, Aerosmith, Ted Nugent, Kiss, you know, and I know I'm going to forget some, Thin Lizzy, Nazareth, good hard rock bands.
Yeah.
But we never had come together as just one thing, you know, metal under this, you know, and 79, if you listen to Saxon, you know, that's when the dam broke, you know.
Yeah.
It's denim and leather, man, and we by 1979, I had the denim and leather, and we full spikes, and I mean, man, you couldn't even walk into clubs around here. I mean, it's just like, no, you're not coming in here. No, get away. And so
You're gonna put out an eye with that.
Saxon's coming with Judas Priest, are they not?
yeah, man, I seen that, man, at the Bomb Factory too.
Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be good to see the Priest inside the Bomb Factory. Oh,
I
I'm
have
excited.
my tickets.
Tickets
Sorry
have been
about acting
bought.
silly, but man, I do get excited about that, man. Absolutely. Judas Priest and Saxon. Judas Priest really, you know, and they got bulked in with the new wave of British heavy metal, even though they had been around, you know, since Rock-a-Rolla in 74, Sad Wings of Destiny 75.
Stained Class.
So who?
Stained Class 76, 77, because we had Sin After Sin.
Right.
Yeah, we had Rock-a-Rolla, Sad Wings of Destiny, Sin After Sin, Stained Class, and then it became Hellbent. Hellbent for leather.
Now, would you consider Maiden in with the new or the older wave?
They were the new wave of British heavy metal.
consider them new, too?
They
Okay.
were definitely the biggest band to come from the new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah.
How come you didn't get Judas Priest to come to Diamond Gems?
Ooh.
I tell you what, though. Watch to see if I don't get them to come to the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame in a year or two. Yeah.
Nailed it.
When you have something to offer somebody, you know, that's
right.
worthy of their time, you know.
What?
I'm not saying that Diamond Jim's didn't, but, man, you know, Clint's got the bread, man. I mean, you know, I'm just going to be happy to see him in the Bomb Factory.
I know that's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
I'm glad they opened that place back up. It's a good venue.
And I want to just say this, too, since you brought that up right quick. You know, that's the great thing about the Heavy Metal Hall of Fame is it doesn't matter what promoter is booking the show or what venue is hosting the show, because those bands that want to come to the hall, regardless. And hey, we're playing Bomb Factory. We want to come over and see that Heavy Metal Hall of Fame. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
We're playing Gas Monkey, you know, but we want to come over and see that Heavy Metal Hall of Fame. So whether we host them or not in Arlington, we'll host them one way or the other.
That's sweet.
We'll break some bread and
Yeah.
snort some red ants.
So when you're booking these national acts to come through, do you do it because you're a fan and those are the ones you really want to see, or what's your process
Are you biased at all, or?
Toward metal?
towards the bands that you book?
I'm biased toward metal. For sure. Proudly biased. I'm a metalhead for sure, but no, Diana, Dirty D. I tell you what, if we don't know them, we end up liking them. And it's a business now. Let's not, bullcorn anybody here or anything. It's a business. We got to bring the bands in. I'm fighting with all these guys with big money, Trees, Clint, Gas Monkey, and everyone. And I'll get one from them. That damn Warden get that show over there, man. We got to pay attention to him a little bit more,
Yep.
And that's cool, and let me have more financial support because I can go out there and bid with those folks. Rail Club, Trees, Gas Monkey. But it takes money,
Yep.
Anytime you book a show, let's say we got Anvil coming back, again, coming to Arlington, and anytime you book a show, you have to send in a 50% deposit.
Oh.
So, like, let's say Anvil's $2,000. As soon as you sign that contract and confirm with them, you have to shoot $1,000 to the agency. And I can afford, a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them, but I'm not Clint, I can't have 17 in 1 month, because he's got to send out those deposits, for every show. That's the business there of those shows. And, but yeah, it's, you can't, there's no one way to book these bands or anything. Fortunately, they all contact me. So the days of me like having to hunt them down and, bro, please play here, man. Come on, man. Arlington's the shit. No, we don't really have to. But people contact me, so I'm fortunate.
It's nice to hit that level when you're finally like, I don't have to hunt anymore. People just show up.
I have to hunt people down still. So.
Stick around, young lady.
Yeah.
Or what's these people like Clinton,
I've had it tracking.
Jerry,
installed.
see how that goes.
So on that note, let's go ahead and listen to some local music because when we come back, I want to talk about the local bands that you sign.
Okay.
Great.
I'm sorry, I keep saying sign. The local bands that you bring in.
Sign them to a contract of showing up, sort of, kind of.
You, me, all of us are nothing without those guys, man, and those gals. Dirty D couldn't be Dirty D if it wasn't for them.
Yeah, she'd probably still be dirty. She just wouldn't be Dirty D.
Jerry Warden couldn't be anything without those folks.
Thanks, Lou.
That's the bread
That's what I'm here
and
for.
the butter, man. The local bands, man.
All right, we'll take a quick music break here and be right back.
This is a new song. It's called Devil Dance.
And we are back. Howdy.
We're front.
Yep.
With
You're front.
Jerry.
I'm back.
Jerry Warden.
Who's the front?
I'm
Yeah.
on the side.
Can Jesse hear okay? He didn't want to put on his headphones. So, yeah.
Jess. Oh, you took off your shades, baby.
He was talking too much, and I said, no
Yeah.
more. Shush.
He gets really chatty.
He's telling
Where
me earlier
is
he
the
got a boner
peaceful
from all this.
revolution when you need it, man?
Sorry. So, we were talking about Jerry Warden, who gets a lot of bands to come up to Diamond Gems. And a lot of people who, well, I think almost everybody that's been on my show has played up at Diamond Gems. Yay? Not like Hathor Rising. Even I believe they played up there too.
Oh yeah, hosted her several times.
Yeah. She's hot. Yeah, Katana.
Katana.
She's hot. Love her. Love you, Katana.
Do you hear that, Katana? Dirty D's talking to you.
She's great.
Sounds more like flirting.
Well, you know,
Have you
If
seen
she's
her?
moving her lips, I mean,
Oh, wow.
and she's Dirty D, so
there you go. Got to get the name from somewhere.
So, Jerry, all those bands that come through, who's your favorite?
Pick your favorite child.
No. We're not gonna do that, dear.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you, Jerry.
Well, you know, I don't think we're gonna do that. You know,
Just tell us the ones that you hate the most then.
Yeah.
we had Complete there last night, man. That rocked. Did you wait and see Complete, or was you outside smoking
Complete?
in the band after Scrap Iron?
No.
Yeah,
So
Complete
your
was
show was incomplete.
Yeah, sorry.
Complete is really something else, and I love Kurt Lowe, man. Rock and roll rock star Kurt Lowe, man. He is something else. I shouldn't say these things on here, but I get a kick out of him. You know, he's got 2 videos on YouTube that have over 500,000 hits.
Nice.
Wow.
And
That's hard to do these days unless you're like a dancing Asian or something like that.
Or a cat.
Oh man,
Yeah, or a
that-
cat, or a dancing Asian cat.
That's funny when they bring up the dancing Asian. Golly, you get me going on some stuff.
Sounds like a good band name.
Well,
We're dancing Asian.
we drop names here. You know, I was talking to George Call yesterday from Aska, and trying to, you know, line up another date for Aska, and he's about to go back to Europe to do a cloven hoof tour of Spain, and he's telling me, man, you know, Warden, he goes, you know, you come up with these names and you think, man, nobody will have Aska, you know, who's gonna, you know, and there's an Asian rapper, named Aska. So yeah, when they pulled George's band up to get the Asian rapper, sometimes he's like, man, I thought I had a name nobody would use, you know, Aska. And so, hey George, how you doing out there, Danny? I love those guys, man. Aska.
Okay.
Good band, you know, for sure.
You know, actually, the band, the next band interview that we're doing is Badland Saints. Blackland Saints.
Oh.
And they're going to be playing next Saturday?
Friday night,
Friday night.
the 3rd of November.
Who else is on the bill?
Blackland Saints.
And friends.
Lou.
And company.
How do you do?
That famous band TBA.
TBD.
So you ever have any local bands in there that are no longer welcome? Because
Who's been blackballed?
None.
awesome.
No. Now, there has been mention of such things by other folks there.
Oh,
And I'm always the voice that says, no, man, this is rock and roll, man. This is metal. We ain't here to act like we're in church or anything, man. So the dude kicked over a couple tables. Who cares?
As long as he didn't run out on his bar tab.
Hey, he paid his bar tab. You sold him the alcohol. Now you want to gripe at his actions. So, yeah, no, can't do that, D. Can't do that.
You ever have any bands that have a problem with the,
Incontinence.
no. No, you ever have any bands have
I've
a
had
problem?
sex with most of them, and I mean, that's a different body fluid, yes.
Oh,
One word response.
Ooh.
Ew.
Ooh.
Because, Jarrett, you are a promoter. So people, when their bands come, they get paid by the amount of people that they bring. You ever have anybody that just, you ever have any bands that bitch about that process? Because I actually think the way you do yours is probably the fairest I've seen of anybody who has to charge a cover. And for a band to get, any type of
You mean they actually give
monetary-
money to bands? We only get it in sexual favors usually.
Thank you very much. That's
Or
very
bar
sweet.
tabs. Or bar tabs.
I did hear what you said, and that's very sweet, D. And it's very tough. Mm-hmm. It's very tough. That's a tough thing. And in my particular situation, currently, I get zero help from the bar.
Oh, shit.
Really?
So all the money paid to the bands come from that door. Now, when I own my own club, I'll be able to open the purse strings a little more
Yeah.
and offer some guarantees, to some of these local bands who deserve guarantees, because there's definitely local bands who deserve guarantees, and we do it now. And that gets you into politics and all kind of stuff. And Joey C. Jones, we've had Joey a couple. I've known Joey since the '80s, and all those guys, man. It's hard, and because you're putting a monetary value
Yeah.
on people you dig, man. You love these people, man. I mean, you ain't anything without them, but you still have to put a monetary
put a number
value
on
on
it,
there,
yeah.
and it's just like that blows, man. Because you're worth $1 million to me.
Yep.
We had Vision Red in last night. I don't know if you know those cats or not.
Heard the name, yeah.
And they sounded really good last night. Sounded really good. And as opposed to, let's say, 383. 383 played last night. Mm-hmm. Great band. I love those kids.
We were there. What?
Always a good show whenever they're on.
But they deserve, if Vision Red deserves every bit as much as is 383.
Very much so.
And
Yeah.
we had the Empire Cats, too. Have you heard of those cats
No,
yet?
I haven't heard of them yet.
Well, that was easy. Have you heard of those cats, the Empire Cats? But no. They were a good band, though. Did you listen to those cats? The Empire Cats.
No.
No.
Yes.
You got there kind of late, didn't you? Wasn't you doing something for the...
Well, I moved out. I moved away, an hour away. So to come into the city and
Yeah,
actually...
now she's constantly late. I invited her out to Vulgar Fest. She showed up for our last song.
Oh, y'all played with Aaron and them out there for
Oh,
that.
yeah. I'm good friends with her and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
man. God, I love some Aaron.
Yeah, I'm going out there tonight to cover the Reno show they're playing, too. So I'm gonna
Are
be
they
out
at
there.
Reno's tonight?
Yeah, they're at Reno's tonight.
There's so many things going on tonight, man. Everybody's celebrating their Halloween tonight.
Yeah.
People ask, because we didn't have a normally sized crowd for Scrap Iron last night and 383. When you put Scrap Iron and 383 on a bill, that's going to be big. That's
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed it was not that crowded.
Yeah, they both have a large following.
Yeah.
And so I had to sit there and, ring both brain cells for 3 bands going, now what in the hell did I do wrong here? Where did we go wrong on this one? But no, we still did over 50 heads, man, 50 paid heads. And so it wasn't crickets night or anything.
Yeah.
But man, it became obvious to me that folks are, saving up their party mojo for tonight.
Yep.
Everybody's
Yep.
going out tonight and doing their Halloween
Halloween,
thing,
yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And Halloween's being celebrated across the Plex tonight.
Yeah, that's what they're doing out there. They're doing a costume contest and all
Right.
that stuff. So I'm helping out these guys that are starting to do this live broadcast thing. That's they're trying to basically find a way to expose local bands better.
Who?
They're called Stagecast 360.
Ah,
They actually worked with us at Vulgar Fest. They did that one.
they've been
And-
sharing some stuff.
Yeah, so they
I'm
hit me
familiar.
up. So I'm basically going to be their kind of on-screen host to interview bands and stuff while I'm over there. Kind of
Great,
basically
Lou.
what I do with Wrecking Ball.
Great.
So it's one of those that, they're just trying to work towards getting better exposure and kind of like, hey, look at what you're missing out here.
So
and
they
stuff.
stole you, Lou? Is that what you're saying?
I'm still here, ain't I? I'm
They
just
stole
slutting,
you?
Spreading his wings.
Yeah, I'm slutting myself out. I'm hoeing.
Spreading his wings.
I'm a hoe host.
Ho hostess with the mostest.
This right here, one of the greatest riffs ever written by one of the greatest riff meisters to ever play the guitar, Mr. That other great riff meister.
So okay, now I have a question. as somebody that's had to deal with some of the lower end promoters sometimes, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
I get bulked in with them, sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. What's your feeling on it and stuff? Because I mean, it's one of those that, you know, like a perfect example. Because I've got younger guys in my band too that are not as experienced, so I've had to explain to them sometimes. You know, it's not everything is what it looks like. And, you know, we've played shows before that they just insisted they want to play that had everything from like a karaoke person up front to a rap group than us. And how do bands find the better promoters and can see through the BS? What advice would you give them if they're watching and going, hey, you know, well, what makes him different from this Yahoo over here that just wants us to pre-sale 50 million tickets and have us play for 15 minutes?
Well, pre-sales pretty much are a thing of the past, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Good.
Because
That's how I feel.
2-3 years ago, you know, the backlash on those things, you know, were just harsh. And nobody wants to fool with that, man. Mm-hmm. And I don't blame them, you know. I've been in a band all my life. I don't want to go out and hustle tickets, man, to these folks, man. They're going to come and, you know, and it's tough, man. Golly, you know, I would at least say my motto or my MO was always such that I only hosted road shows unless I'm house booking in a venue. If I am the house booking person in the venue, then I feel comfortable booking local band bills.
Gotcha.
Because the club has to have the bills and some stuff. But if I'm an independent promoter, I've never hosted a local band bill. Mm-hmm. And I say that because those guys can go do that themselves, man. They don't need me or somebody else sticking their hands in their little old crumbs that they get, you know?
Yeah.
And let them get every dime that they have coming to them, you know? So that's always been my MO. If I am not hired by a venue full-time or it's not my venue to where I'm house booking, just to throw one or two local band bills every month or so, it's just a money grab to me, man. You know, I mean,
And it really does end up being that way.
they don't need you.
Yeah.
Now, when you're hosting touring bands, that's true concert promotion
Yeah.
because they need somebody. They don't know anybody here. They need somebody to set the show up and book the local support. And so by doing so, I mean, I feel okay with that.
Yeah.
But I don't feel okay. So I would say to anybody, man, you know, don't use a promoter to book a show. Go to those venues and book them yourself, man. Go in there and talk to Warren Garza, man. Mm-hmm. Go in there and talk to, you know, all these good folks, man, and they gonna put you on something, and you're not gonna, you know, have to give your money to some swindler who you know, trying to pay his water bill, off your back, you know. And so,
And I'm gonna say something here. I know that Dirty D likes to see if anybody will throw anybody under the bus by name
Always.
or anything like that. And I'm
out of here.
I told her, you know, she gets me going on that. I'm taking a pee in the corner, man. Then I'm leaving, man.
I am actually going to do it for once because this is going to be a public service to all the bands out there in the DFW area. Because we've dealt with this company before. They're extremely shady. You can actually go on the internet and look at the scams they've pulled. They've boned road bands where they promised a guarantee it wouldn't pay them and everything else. So you might not have heard of these guys. I don't know. They're pretty bottom of the barrel. And they will book complete gigs that have nothing to do with each other. And they've tried constantly to try to do that crap with us, like come up under other names and stuff, but it always goes to one guy. And the name of the company is Takeover Booking. The guy's name is Alex that runs it. And I don't like to burn bridges normally, but if you are in a band and you get contacted by them, unless you are so desperate to get on a stage because you have syphilis or something and nobody wants to book you, do not sign anything with them. It is horrible. You will get no crowd, or the crowd that doesn't want anything to do with you. He wants you to pre-sale everything. He treats you like you're 12 years old, like you've never played a show before in your life.
What's it called again?
Takeover Booking.
So if you book with Takeover Booking, you basically have syphilis.
Yes. Takeover Booking will give you band herpes. So, and if, like I said, if you don't believe me, Google it. and you will find this. So for once, I'm actually going to throw somebody in the bus by name. Take over booking. That's for you right there.
He did that.
That was
my
just a square
goodness.
run up and kicking the nuts
Boy.
right there, wasn't it?
I'm going to throw them over the bus and back it back up again.
Real quick, let me just say, you know who we're having on in the future so far? I just started back to trying to get bands to come on. You know Brian Lunos.
Dopamine.
Dopamine is
Dopamine.
they're coming in next week, and a band that's called let's see, what's their name here? Casual
Sex.
Relapse.
That was close.
They're coming in, and we actually are going to get Interment.
Oh, I know those guys.
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon. I know him.
Yeah. We booked them too. And they're going to be coming in November, actually, after Thanksgiving.
Casual Relapse is a good punk band. Brian is Brian. So that's, just left Creeper and Death
Grip.
Grip, right? And he's got his new band called Dopamine. And, of course, they've already played at gyms. They played, I think, with Nikki last week or something,
Yeah,
We
like
had
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Nikki coming back this next Saturday, too. Nikki McKibben, I don't know. Rugburn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll be back.
I would love to have her.
I could bring her
I'd
anytime.
love to have her. I mean, you on the show? Yeah.
She's actually my cousin. Yeah,
Well,
Looky there.
gotta make that happen.
easy.
Holy shit. Nikki McKibben.
I'll drag her over here any day you want to.
Yeah.
Give me a date, and I'll drag her over here.
Okay, cool.
Literally drag her.
It's
It'd be more
all you gotta
entertaining
do.
on camera.
Buy her green hair. Absolutely. It's been green lately.
I love it.
Or at least at the Dopamine show. It's the last time
yeah.
I seen her, yeah. But she's actually my cousin.
Cool.
It was through marriage, but, they claim us, so,
Hey,
you can't,
if they claim you, that's all that matters. I know people are blood relatives won't claim me, so
Right,
hey.
right. So,
Well, Jerry Warden, you are a pretty fascinating person.
thank you, Dee.
I thank you so much for coming in.
I thank you so much for having me
I
here.
love going out to Diamond Gyms. I always know there's going to be something good going on. You do a damn good job over there.
And if anybody's out there and you see him, go and thank him because he's the reason the bands are showing up there and being there.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you very much.
Jerry.
It's my pleasure. I
Jerry
love
Warden.
music. I love metal. Till the end, man.
All right.
Lifers. Lifers. Yeah.
Well, Lou,
All right. Yeah.
Here
well,
we go.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, everybody, and appreciate it again. And see you out there at the clubs, huh?
Bang!
We were just a bunch of young punk kids who grew up, man. Listened to hard rock in the 70s and the 80s came along. The new wave of British heavy metal, man, caught us, and just like Tony Pfister, we were engulfed by the Iron Jaw.